This is the True Grit Podcast. Warning: the discussions ahead dive deep into mindset, struggle, and the fight within. Some viewers may find the content triggering. Viewer discretion is advised.
Got some kind of feedback going. What's up, guys? Steve, talk to me.
I'm talking to you, man.
There
You
we
hear
go.
feedback?
Yeah, I got some kind of weird feedback tonight.
That's weird. Let's fix that.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't think they could hear it, but I could hear it.
Can you
And
guys-
I didn't like it.
Can you guys hear it?
So let's turn that down. All right. Man, oh man, do we have a show for you guys tonight. Welcome back to the True Grit Podcast. This is my favorite night of the week, Steve. I know I say that a lot, but it's like you get that refreshing I don't know, just you look forward to something every week. This is it. So how you doing, buddy?
Dude, I'm doing all right, man. I'm getting over a little bit of a cold, I guess you would call it. It was like a 24-hour thing.
Yep.
But, it is what it is. It's that time of year. You can thank Robin for it. I think she gave it to me, but we're good. Ready to play some baseball Saturday.
Damn it, Robin. Oh,
Yeah, it's all
yes, we got Mechtastic coming up this weekend, right?
Yeah, Saturday, man. I haven't played 7-man in years, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, boy.
I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be sunny at least, but a little chilly. Looking forward to it, man.
Who you playing with?
I am playing with the Prime Suspects OG. So
Ooh, okay.
Tyler Blankenship, Richie Burroughs,
There we
Jesse. Who else is playing with that line? I think Evan, a couple other dudes, man. Some old school Prime Suspect guys.
Okay. Well, there
It'll
we
be
go.
fun. It'll be a good time. Looking forward to it. Come say hi to me.
Yeah,
Let's talk random shit.
I really wish we almost streamed that one. If that was if it wouldn't have originally that was a 2-day event, and I think Jamie cut it back to a 1-day. Not sure what happened there, but had he originally done a 1-day, we might be up there this weekend. But anyway,
So word of the wise: don't do a 2-man mech event or 2-day mech event,
Yeah.
Jamie. Don't ever do that again. Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, I almost backed out of it when I saw it was 2 days. I'm like, there is no way I'm dedicating 2 days for a mechanical event.
yeah.
Like, I'm not doing it. So,
Well, anyways, yep, guys.
we episode 7,
Oof.
right?
Here we go.
Yeah.
Episode 7, man. We're tracking
Yeah,
right
I think
along.
my episodes are off, but yeah, we're episode 7. But today is going to be a good one. We took advice from the listeners and went from massive, just a massive agenda to just dumbing it down a bit. So let's keep it to a full hour like we normally do, but we're talking self-talk and self-worth. Pretty much go hand in hand. So that is the topic for today, man. And I can tell you, I've personally struggled with self-talk and self-worth most of my life. I still struggle with it, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's something that we need to discuss. I think it's something that we can have an open forum on. So I'm getting quite interested in some of these comments we've been getting, and I'd like to see more because I'll admit I struggle with it on a daily basis. I'm always trying to self-talk, like positively self-talk. And it was interesting, man, when I was looking at this stuff, like the things that you can do, the subtle things you can do to shift your mindset with this stuff is pretty cool.
It really is. There's a lot of different ways we can go with this. I'm curious to see what you've come up with and where we're gonna go. Before we get into it, though, guys, make sure you guys are lighting up the chat because we do want to hear from y'all, and we're gonna do our best to keep up with the comments and keep that going. I know we got 4 or 5 people in with us already tonight, Steve. So ought to be a good conversation.
Yeah.
So,
hey, and share it with your friends, please. Like, I will give you guys a bar of Peaks and Cheeks soap back here.
hey,
if
let's go.
Like, I'll find a way to like incentivize you guys if you want to share these podcasts and get us new listeners.
Let me tell you guys something, okay? I'm gonna keep this short, but if you have not used Peaks and Cheeks soap, what are you doing? Are you even clean? Get some Peaks and Cheeks. It is one of the best soaps I've ever used, Steve. So, well done.
What flavor did I give you? I can't remember.
I don't remember what it was called. I think was it coconut?
Vanilla coconut. Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah, vanilla coconut.
So right now, if anybody wants some Saturday, hit me up. this spiced cider, dude, it smells like a gift shop. Like it smells like I walked into like a gift shop in like Christmas World or something. Yeah. Anyway, if you guys want Peaks and Cheeks, hit me up. I will give you Peaks and Cheeks if I'm seeing these subscribers and these comments go up, I promise.
Let's go.
So, yeah, dude, let's talk about where we're going to go with this. So let's open this up with a quote. So I'm going to go on this Alan Watts kick because Alan Watts has kind of been my favorite over the last couple of weeks.
Okay.
But meeting life with open hands instead of closed fists. Like that one. I like that one a lot.
Okay.
So, right, you're welcoming life.
Yeah.
If you close in your fists, you're kind of rejecting things that come to you, right?
Yeah.
When you're doing that, you're having a hard time accepting things for how they are, which ties into the art of not caring, which we'll talk about here in a minute. So I want to go off of that quote, and I want to continue on something that he said, right? So we are born on top of a mountain and spend our lives going down it. But we are groomed in our early days. Actually, I came up with this. Why am I referencing Alan Watts, dude? I wrote this. So this is something I wrote.
Okay.
Steve wrote this. You know, I sort of got. So this is something I thought about from listening to that quote and from listening to something that he put together. We are born on top of a mountain and spend our lives going down it. But we are groomed in our early days to go up the hill or up a mountain. And a lot of time is spent in life struggling, trying to reach the top. But in fact, what we were trying to do is go down from that mountain to meet the beautiful prairie land, gain peace and experience. And then we look back up at that mountain and be like, damn, I did all of that. Almost like, think about this. We're groomed to always move up, always do better, always do this, which does what? It hurts your self-worth. It hurts your self-talk because you're always trying to do better. You're always trying to be a perfectionist. You and I probably have that conversation 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Right? But in reality, what happens is you're born, and I feel like, based on what I wrote, I feel like you're born at the top and you spend your whole life kind of going down it, right? You're looking almost like you're like downhill skiing and you're like, I'm going to start a paintball podcast. Let's stop over here.
Yeah.
Right? You keep going down. Then you get down to that beautiful prairie land, right? You're in that ravine. You're looking at other mountaintops. You're like, damn, dude, I just did all that. So you're choosing your own path after that.
Yeah.
Right? So I wanted to open up with that. I think that, we're meeting life with those open hands. Accept what comes at you. But I think one thing we all struggle with, dude, is that self-talk and that self-worth. So one thing, the first dot point I have for us to discuss, man, is the meaning of self-worth and the meaning of self-esteem, right? They do go hand in hand. They're essentially the same thing. I feel like they're often coined. It's almost like ADD turned into ADHD. I feel like self-esteem kind of turned into self-worth, right? It's the same thing. So talking on self-worth and self-esteem, first of all, there's a really great video, and Brady and I were talking about this. I think what we want to do is find a way to get you guys the content that we put together and share it with you all so you can reference some of these videos, okay? So there's a great video that I want you guys to check out. It's called Man Talks. If you haven't checked out the YouTube channel Man Talks, please check it out. And this YouTube video is how to develop self-worth, okay? Really cool, short. I love his videos because they're short. It's like 16 minutes, okay? The definition of self-worth is the inherent value within yourself versus outsourcing your validation to the external world, meaning women, parents, video games, fellow friends, etc. So finding it within yourself to know that you're valued and that you're good versus like, and we've all caught ourselves doing this, Brady. I'm interested to hear what your take is on this. I've done it. I did it in my early days where I'm going to seek the attention of many girls or many women. And when they reach out to me, I'm like, yeah, king of the world. But like in short, man, in my 20s, I hated myself.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So that's verbatim how I was. I still am in some occasions, trying to I guess it's still, again, we keep going back to this whole thing where it kind of goes back to what purpose do you have, right? And are you fulfilling yourself? Are you filling your cup back up? So it goes back to that. So with self-worth, how does that apply with self-talk? So let's kind of lean in on that a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. So I know for me, I think we talked about this a little bit, and then there are some dot points I want to walk through. But ways to practice self-talk, right? So to me, if you're not thinking it, it doesn't come true. In other words, you need to find a way to trick your brain to convince yourself that you have that value.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure there's many other ways, but a few of the things that I jotted down, thanks to the Mayo Clinic, by the way. And again, I have everything linked here. I'll share it with you guys when we're finished. So a few of the things that I jotted down based on my research were identify, which I did not expect this to be a category, but identify areas to change, right? So the way they put it was, if you want to become more optimistic and engage in more positive thinking, first identify the areas of your life that you usually think negatively about. Makes sense, right? If it's work, daily commute, life changes.
This is the True Grit
you can start
Podcast.
small by focusing on one area to
Warning.
approach it in a more positive way. Sounds more simply said than done, right? Because you know as well as I know, man, and especially men, we were just talking about this before the podcast started. We're solution-based, we're fixers. So in our head, when we're talking, you know what, I know you've done it, I've done it. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to hit the gym.
Yeah.
In our heads, we want to go hit the gym and be swole. I'm going to lift 250 pounds. I'm going to bench press 250. I'm going to run on that treadmill for an hour. Next thing you know, my gym routine just became an hour long.
Yep.
I haven't been to a gym in a year. So is that realistic? Probably not. So what's cool, though, is Man Talks put it this way. He was saying, say you normally get up at 8 o'clock. You know you want to start going to the gym. Set your alarm for 6:30. Celebrate getting up. Don't celebrate. Don't knock yourself off. You're like, in other words, what he's saying is get up at 6:30 and you got up at 6:30. Hell yeah, dude.
Yep.
That's awesome, Brady.
Yep.
Got up at 6:30, man. If you go work out, that's awesome. That was the outcome, but you don't want to get linked or tied to that outcome.
Right.
What you want to celebrate is the fact that you got up at 6:30.
Yeah. Well, and that kind of, I know we've talked about this before, but the concept of no 0% days. Like, it's just say, as long as you do something, you've won. You've done it. Yeah. Now it's easier to keep that going. So continue. This is good.
Yeah. Yeah. So I like that, dude, because I'm that guy that's like, man, I got up at 6:30, but I went to the gym and I only did the treadmill. I suck. This is stupid. I wanted to lift weights. I didn't have time. I didn't feel it. But dude, what I didn't celebrate is the fact that, like, I get up at 5:30. Like, why don't you celebrate the fact that you got up at 5:30?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's hard for people. That is that's hard for me, man.
Right.
I'd gladly sleep in until 7, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Agreed. So that's one thing is like kind of rewiring your brain. Like, good job, dude. Like, we did it. Mm-hmm. Don't focus so much on the outcome. Focus on the fact that you did it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I want to clean my room. I need to clean my room. Well, maybe put a pair of shoes away and celebrate that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it sounds weird and it almost sounds like you're going against yourself in a way, but like, it's a way to finally get your brain in that positive aspect. Right?
No, it doesn't sound weird at all, Steve, because and I think we're going to move into this, but like negative self-talk, when you start saying things like, I'm not good enough, or I'm worthless, or I'm too fat, I'm too ugly, like it all stems from a belief, right? There's a core belief somewhere in your mind that is urging those words into your mind. And so, just going off on a little bit of a tangent, there's only 3 things in life that you can control, Steve. Do you know what they are?
No, let's hear it.
You can control your thoughts, you can control your actions, and your reactions. That's it. Everything else is, maybe you have some control, but those are the only 3 that are 100% in your control. And so, the way, and I don't know, I've heard different things on this, but do you have an inner monologue, inner dialogue?
It's always working, in the works. Let me put it that way. So I do. Do
you hear your own voice in your head though? Like when you're thinking, okay, so I feel like everybody does. My dad's like, no, I don't hear anything. I just see pictures, whatever. I feel like everybody talks themselves, thinks about things, goes through that, different scenarios in their mind. What's up, Bits? So there's a way that we can transition from negative self-talk, like, let's take I'm stupid. This is an easy one. How do we break away from saying that? Let's say I'm stupid because I couldn't change a light bulb. Seriously simple example here. It's not that you're stupid. It's that you don't know how to do it yet. Okay, so you can use this for any logic for anything. You just don't know how to do it yet. And so with that that word yet, it means you're on the way. So you start changing your verbiage to I'm getting there. I'm working on it. Instead of I'm stupid for it, which means I am not smart because I don't understand something. You are learning something. Does that make sense?
It does. Let's walk through an exercise. I feel like a teacher right now.
This is good, yeah.
Right on line with what you just said, dude. I pulled a diagram. This is where I wish we had a PowerPoint, but I pulled a diagram, and it's negative self-talk. So I want you guys to vision kind of a T diagram, right? So negative self-talk and positive thinking on the right-hand side, okay? So what Brady just said, I've never done it before, right?
Yep.
That's the negative. The positive, it's an opportunity to learn something new. Next thing, it's too complicated. That's the negative. Positive, I'll tackle it from a different angle, right? There's your positive.
Yep.
I don't have the resources. Positive, necessity is the mother of invention. Negative, I'm too lazy to get this done. Positive, I couldn't fit into my schedule, but I can re-examine some priorities. Negative, there's no way it will work. Positive, I can try to make it work. Negative, it's too radical a change. Positive, let's take a chance. And there's two left. Negative, no one bothers to communicate with me. Positive, I'll see if I can open the channels of communication. Negative, I'm not going to get any better at this. Positive, I'll give it another try.
Yep.
If you do that, and we're all guilty of it. I told you at the beginning of the podcast, I do it daily. Daily, I fail on that. But that's all it takes, man. That's crazy. That's all it takes. Like, this is a machine up here. Like, that's all it takes is to recalibrate that.
Yeah, that's it. Well, how many times have you fallen into the victim mentality?
Thousands.
All the time. I do it all the time. I know the guys in our chat do it all the time.
Yep.
So that's what happens when you start dogging on yourself, saying those negative things to yourself. That's all you're doing is those are your thoughts. They're not somebody else's thoughts. You're the one saying it, so you're in control of those. And you want to go from being a victim of your mind to being a victor of your mind and having control of those things. And you're going to see a huge difference in your life when you start applying this.
Yeah. So, Brady, for the guys that don't know, and even I struggle with it, like you heard my answer to you when you asked the question, how do you develop an inner dialogue? A positive one.
So, I'm a framework guy, okay? And do you know what a framework is?
To an extent. Explain it for the group.
So, a framework is a set of rules that you apply to any problem that derives a positive outcome. So, for self-talk, let's say this. I brought up belief. Let's take the statement, I'm worthless. Okay. So what kind of statement is that? The first thing I would do is one, call out the problem. I would acknowledge it and say, okay, I'm worthless. That means that I'm saying I have no value because of XYZ. Okay. That leads you to the belief. So you have to extract the belief of why you're saying what you said. Okay. Now we're getting very philosophical here. But
that's what we're here for.
Yeah, so you got the belief, then you want to fact check that belief. Okay? So what thing about this is true? Okay? So if I just said, I'm fat and lazy, okay? That's just a mean thing to say. There's no just because I'm fat doesn't mean I'm worthless. Okay, I do hard shit all the time, and so it's not true. The statement is actually false. I'm not worthless because I'm fat or overweight. Just a mean thing to say. It uses absolute terminology. Nothing's absolute. Okay, now Steve, let me know if I'm getting in the weeds here, but
you're not, because it's actually going to lead into some things I have after.
Okay, good. Okay, so there's only a couple more things I would do here, I think. Yeah. After you determine the truth behind it, if there's any truth or if it's false, then we want to rephrase those statements. So instead of I am fat and worthless, we're saying I'm progressing, or I'm doing better. I'm trying to do better, or I'm going to do better. I am now eating healthier. So let's pause on that and say you don't have to be in good shape to go to the gym. You don't have to be able to lift 300 pounds to go work out, right? Those places aren't made for people that are strong. They're made for people to go get strong. And so it's kind of backwards thinking, to think that you can't do those things. So the moment you start telling yourself that you're doing those things, you want to apply it with an action to anchor it in. And this is the last part here. You want to anchor the new belief, the new thought. And so you pair the new terminology with an action. And that could be going for a walk. Okay, I'm getting healthy now. I'm going for a walk. And anytime those negative thoughts start to creep in again, you just start the whole framework over again, and you say, okay, I'm going to acknowledge it. This is just, the wrong thing to say. It's a mean statement, whatever, not true. I'm going to continue to be healthy and keep going down that track. And the more you do it, the more you tell yourself the positive thought, the I'm getting better, I'm getting healthy, it becomes your baseline, and then it's only up from there. So that's it. I mean, that's a very jumbled way to, I think, get to the point, but
it's not, man. I think I wrote that down as a takeaway because I think it'd be helpful for the guys to understand the framework a little bit more. To expand on that really quickly before we hop into something else, though, I personally go through EMDR therapy, and for those of you guys that don't know what EMDR therapy is, it's exactly what Brady's trying to explain, right? You reframe the mind. And so and it's good. This is going to tie into the next couple of things I'm going to talk about. And that's, I was heavily scrutinized and criticized by my own father. And there are things today that I criticize myself on. And for most, it will come out in serious relationships, right? Whether it's with a best friend, a parent, girlfriend, wife, etc. And for me, it comes out in my romantic relationships. And going through EMDR therapy, it can be something as stupid as not stupid. See, I'm already something as simple as my dad would tell my brother and I never wanted kids. And so to me, and my brother can tell you this too, to me, there's a part of me that thinks I'm worthless because my own father didn't want us because he told us that, right? So what happens is through EMDR, and a lot of it's light therapy, right? So if you guys don't know what EMDR is, I'll throw a link somewhere so you guys can see it. But basically, you find that framework like Brady was saying, you find that negative self-talk or whatever it might be, and your therapist that you're working with will he'll phrase that word or key that phrase. And so you keep keying that phrase up while you're watching this light bar go. And it's essentially getting your brain into it's REM sleep, basically. You're awake, but it gets your brain in that rest. So once you get to that point, he'll keep asking you questions like, where do you sit? What do you see? Well, I see my dad yelling at me, telling me this, right? Well, but why would he tell you that? Well, I don't know. Right. So you don't think it's true, do you? Well, not really. All right. Well, what would you tell yourself? Well, that I am enough and I do want myself. And it doesn't matter if my dad didn't want us because I want me. And you just reframed your brain.
So I don't want to cut you off here. I want you to keep going after this, but it seems like Inception. Like, if you know what I'm talking about? It's like going in and literally rewiring the thoughts.
It is. It's not, I will tell people that want to go down that path. Life Stance is who I use. Highly recommend. I happen to be seeing a guy who was a corporal in the National Guard for 25 years. He's retired now. This dude treats every mental thing like a target. It's pretty cool. Highly recommend EMDR if you guys can't handle some of that framework stuff on your own. So anyway, Going into that, well, I'll pause if there's comments, man. Do we need to answer anybody?
So I just trying to see what's going on here. Tom says there's some weird comments tonight. I don't see what you're talking about, Tom. Bit says a lot is up, Brady, but I'm making time to tune in. Hey, let's go, buddy. Glad you're here. Dub C's hanging out with us. Shout out from Nectastic. And Delphine Records, not a name I've seen. So hey, welcome to the tribe. Glad you're here tonight. So definitely chime in, guys. If you guys got any thoughts on this, we want to hear from you.
Delphine Records is me, dude.
Oh,
that's the old record label I used to run. Yeah.
Well, never mind then.
Hopefully Delphine Records isn't commenting because I don't know how. That'd be really paranoid.
That would be really weird.
But no, I logged in for my phone really quick under that.
Gotcha. Okay.
So going in from the EMDR comment.
Yeah.
So a couple things going back from the Man Talks episode that I was listening to. Things that can tie into that or damage your self-talk, right? This is kind of cool, and this is going to tie into everything you just said.
Okay.
So things that it can damage would be obviously your relationships, professionally, personally, romantically, etc., like we talked about, Brady. How we lost it. This is interesting. Being picked on or bullied, verbal abuse, sexual abuse, any type of trauma, which ties into your ego, right? When we're young, right, your ego is high. So your ego is high when you're young. So any trauma can impact that. Parents arguing, divorce, etc. Okay? The reason why we spend our adult life trying to rebuild the healthy ego, right? Because our egos are fragile.
Yeah.
Okay. So going back on this, dude, kids inherently take on what happens to them, right, from their caretaking system. So if you had a bad family system, obviously your ego's not going to be the greatest.
Yep.
Your self-talk's going to be low, almost like you heard us both say, right? Hypercritical parents, right? It could go the opposite. You could have very wealthy parents, very well-educated parents, but those well-educated parents are going to do what? Why'd you get a B? You don't get a B. You don't get a B in my house, right?
Yeah.
Nothing was ever good enough. You only got love and validation. This is actually true for me, and I think a lot of men, that you only got love and validation when you performed. Okay, that can hurt it.
Yeah,
that can dampen your self-talk. Men feel like we need to win all the time and celebrate those wins. That's actually a false statement. And if you listen to the Man Talks episode, he's saying that we feel like we have to win all the time. But if we feel like we have to win all the time, that means we're seeking external validation. So we're waiting for the Bradys, the Steves of the world to be like, hey, good job, man. Awesome. Great. You got a raise. Versus like, no, man, I'm doing good myself.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's different. Just touching on that, that's different than you setting a goal for yourself and then accomplishing that goal. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's almost like those like hyper competitive dudes,
yeah.
right? Like it's okay to be competitive, but like those hyper competitive, you're always seeking.
Yeah.
Always seeking. So, but internally, man, you're just crashed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we talked about like ways. So there's some things that like how it can impact your negative self-talk, right? Now there's some ways that you can, like we talked about with the alarm, when you take action. So taking action, but don't shit on yourself when it's not perfect. I think that's deep.
Yeah.
Right. Like almost like you were saying, right? You can't do one thing and expect a million results.
Yeah.
When you expect those, you and I just had this conversation this week with stuff we're doing with PBN, right? Like you can't have these like shoot for the stars. And if you don't shoot for the stars, you're like, damn, we suck, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's not good. So developing a system that recognizes those efforts, both physically, emotionally, financially, and relationally. So like, how do you develop those systems, man? Right? How can one develop those systems to help promote that self-talk? And I think it comes down to those baby steps like we were talking about.
Agreed. Yeah. I guess I jumped ahead of the agenda a little bit, but yeah, I think so. You know, it's repetition, right? You're not going to get it perfect. You know, when we talk about calling out the awareness of the negative self-talk, Doesn't mean you have to change it right then or fix it right then. Just become aware of it. It's like, this is what negative self-talk looks like. Sometimes you don't even know. Sometimes you don't even know that you're doing it to yourself.
And I'm laughing, man, because the next dot point is check yourself. Periodically during the day, stop and evaluate what you're thinking. If you find that your thoughts are mainly negative, try to find a way to put it in a positive spin on them.
Yeah.
I will do this for the 100th time. Carry one of these, please. This is my favorite one. It's a hardback.
Yeah.
And you get these. I think these are like $4 at Walmart. Like, carry one.
You know what Steve needs? You know what Steve needs? Steve needs his own journal. That we peaks and cheeks.
Like a guided journal.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be pretty funny, dude. We'll like label like PBN. Well, hey, we'll just get some PBN journals and like I can put some stuff in there.
There we go.
But so check yourself. Be open to humor. I struggle with this. I take myself so serious it's not even funny.
Yeah.
How many of you guys do that? Because I know I do it. I am not like, I know I have humor, but I'd probably say I take myself way more serious than I look at things from a humorous perspective.
I wonder why that is, because like I'm the total opposite. I can't take myself seriously to save my life. You know, I'm really big on dad jokes. Favorite thing to say to my kids is they'll come up to me like, "Dad, what time is it?" I'll say, "Time for you to get a watch." You know, and so here's how bad it is. Okay, my client at work came up to me and said, "Hey, do you know what time it is?" And without missing a beat, I said, "Time for you to get a watch." And she was not having it, I promise you. But this is somebody we do go back and forth. When I first met this lady, we've worked for her for years now, and she was like, "I like somebody who can shoot the shit with me," and I'm like, "Okay, I got you," you know. And so we're all the time bantering with each other. But yeah,
I think. But I think that comes from family systems, man. You got to think, like, I was always scrutinized and criticized, like I told you.
True.
It's something that I actively work on.
Yeah.
So for me, if I'm overly humorous, you know, or when I was, and it could be, for the record, like stuff could happen to you guys like in the womb. Like there's studies on this, and we can go into a whole episode on this way later on, but there's studies that like trauma can happen to you in the womb that can impact you the rest of your life, right?
We need to look into that. I've never heard that before.
Yes, dude, I can have an whole hour to talk about that type of trauma, but it can happen to you like in the womb.
Wow.
Because it's all based on your internal family system, right? So basically, I think when you have folks that are close to you, any type of caretaker that's always doing that, Brady, I think, like for me, it was if I tried to be myself or tried to be humorous and be like, shut up, I'm watching the hockey game. Right.
Gotcha.
So like somewhere probably 3, 4, 5 years old, like some of us like, well, I guess I can't joke around because dad didn't like it. You know what I mean? And you just kind of learn, man, like I'm going to keep myself distant because either I'm going to be made fun of or told to shut up.
Yeah.
Or it's obviously different now and you work through that stuff, but like, I think that's why people are different. Like you're like, I'm going to crack jokes whenever, because quite frankly, I don't give a shit, you know?
Yeah.
Where some guys are just afraid, or you have, and Dimitri, I love you if you're listening. You have a guy like Dimitri who is always funny.
Yeah.
Always. He's always on something.
Yeah.
Right? Not substance, but always on.
He's high on life, man.
Yeah. He's always telling jokes. He's always trying to be goofy.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's a whole other spectrum. I'm not pointing out his flaws or anything. I'm just saying, like, I think that's what causes different people, man, is like how we were raised.
Yeah.
Right? What impacted us. So that was another dot point. You kind of helped us flow into that. Healthy lifestyle was one that I did not realize would, I guess it does, but maybe I just like took it for granted and didn't realize it would impact self-talk. And that's just simply exercising for 30 minutes a day can help your self-talk.
Is it the confidence of exercising, or is it the just active motion and not sedimentary lifestyle?
Let me read through this dot point. Exercise can positively affect mood and reduce stress. Follow a healthy diet to fuel your mind and body, get enough sleep, and learn techniques to manage stress. Yeah, I think it's just like overall, like just taking care of your system.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
constant movement, sweating out toxins in your body that sit there and we know from. Well, I don't know this, but I've heard this from other people that you have like your body has neurotoxin or neuro sensors in it. So like the food you eat can affect your mood.
100%.
Stuff like that. So So yeah, it makes perfect sense that even just a little bit of exercise would.
Like, we could have a whole other topic of substance, man, but alcohol.
Mm.
Alcohol to me just shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
Right? Do I enjoy it every now and then? I 100% do. But it's used for the wrong reasons.
Sure.
Especially with men, right? A lot of men think like, hey, I can go to a bar, get a shot, drink a bourbon, and my confidence level just went poof. So now I can talk to any woman in this bar.
Mm-hmm.
I can talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Right? What happens when that stuff when it wears off, man, the next day? You're down, you're depressed,
Yep.
you feel like crap. It has a complete opposite effect of like if you were just to like tell yourself, like, I can talk to that pretty girl. I don't need drinks.
Yeah.
You get to that point, it's almost like you have a superpower.
Yeah. Yeah. Or
You know?
guess what? Read a book.
Yeah.
Why do we have this chip on our shoulder that we can't seek help for those kind of things?
I don't know, man. We should have an episode on that. I don't know. We should actually bring people in to talk about that.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. Like, you're okay. Let's hear your story really quick. Like, because I was that guy too. I always felt like, oh, I don't need to. I'm a like natural born like intellectual, like have a huge heart, dude. I'm always looking for things like, I'm often told. I was just told actually what we were talking about earlier that I was therapizing in a conversation.
Is that another word for mansplaining? Is that
apparently?
Okay.
Apparently.
Okay.
But yeah, I was like, I never heard that word before, but okay.
Therapizing.
So, but I love you, babe, if you are listening. But I don't know, man. I don't know if it's like this. We look at it as taboo. I wouldn't call it a fear, but I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Like, just read a book.
Yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of books and studies on it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If I've looked at that kind of stuff, like, because sometimes I feel like I need help learning how to talk to my wife.
Shout out to 3% Man. I do not get paid to promote that book. Corey Wayne wrote it. 3% Man. It's an absolutely amazing book for my younger guys that are trying to date.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, I think couples need to read it, but it's basically the preface that 3% of men understand women. And it is an absolutely great book. For me personally, and I can say this because Robin knows this, it changed my dating life.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, you're right, man. If you don't know something, like, read a book.
Yeah. And I think positive self-talk stems from confidence. I think it's 100% true. I mean, when you are purely confident in one area, you're fearless, right?
Yeah.
You go in a crowded room and talk about it. But when you trying to fake it, when you're trying to squeak by, and I think we're ruined by the whole fake it till you make it era. That's one thing. Like my whole 20s was fake it till you make it. And I wish I would have had a better mentor or somebody that is like, no, that is not the way to do it, because that led to so many failures of get rich quick schemes. And
what were you faking, man? I'm curious because I have a story too. What were you faking personally? Was it a certain personality or something?
It was experience. So I was I started watching this guy, and I can't even remember his name now, but it was some kind of marketing guru, right? And he's like, you don't have to know everything. You just start doing this, and you'll get clients. Read this script that I came up with. Pay me $500, and I'll teach you how to do it. And so I would get into that kind of crap all the time. And it would be a roller coaster of starting new things and then stopping them. I think I told you this the other day.
Yeah,
it's like it's just a constant cycle. Instead of finding something I like and want to do and just learning that thing, ins and outs, and then it just naturally comes, naturally flows.
What's that saying? It's something master of none.
Jack of all trades, master of none. Yep, but master. Jack of all trades is a master of none, but a something master of one. I'm gonna look that up now.
Yeah,
because there's more. There's more to that is really.
Yeah.
Anyway. This is the True Grit
Podcast.
Podcast.
While you're doing that, man, speaking of faking, I've done it with personality. I've tried to fake, being the asshole or being the bad guy. I think we talked about this just today, man. You and I did for a brief 30 seconds, but I'm a softie, man. I'm a sensitive dude. and I have a massive heart. And I think for a long time I protected that and tried to come off. Like there's even guys that we play paintball with it.
Yeah.
You Steve's such a big ass. I thought you were a fucking douchebag when we first met. It's just sometimes I kind of for a while I was putting that off.
Yeah.
Like as who I am. It's not who I am. Yeah. I'm like a super sensitive, like dude with a massive heart.
Mm-hmm. And
I brought that to all my relationships, including my romantic ones. Because I'm like, you know what? I don't care if I get hurt, I get hurt. But this is what I'm bringing to the table. I'm a big-hearted dude. This is what you get, you know.
Yeah.
And so to your point, do that, fake it till you make it. It's all BS. It can work for you for a little bit, but it will deteriorate quick. So please, those like younger guys especially, don't fake your confidence, especially if you're trying to like jobs, dating. Don't fake it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm gonna say this just to add a quick point there. That whole framework thing that I brought up earlier, like I didn't apply that to what we're talking about tonight. I started applying that with my like daily lifestyle and PBN and work, and it is helping 1,000-fold. Like, not only does it just give you peace of mind, it gives you a sense of direction. So when you have something you aspire towards, you figure out what that goal is, you reverse engineer it, build your own framework, and now you have a plan, you have a roadmap of how to get there. So just food for thought.
Do you think that ties into like accepting yourself too, Brady? Like if I'm like, man, I kind of suck at relationships, or I'm not the best at this job. Can you somehow use that framework to like depict like what you have to improve on?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, okay, so let's take what you say there. Like I suck at relationships. The reverse is I'm good at relationships, or so you take, how do I be good at relationships? Well, I figure out what type of partner do you want? Okay, and then you act like that person. Well, how do I act like that person? I don't know. Like let's do some research. What does this person like to do in their free time? What kind of hobbies do they have? What kind of are they physically fit? Do they like basketball? Do they like football? Well, if I want to be with that type of person, I'm going to do those type of things. And so it's all just finding the end goal and then working backwards of how to get there and just coming up with your own little step by step.
Yeah. Yeah. What do we got? Anything in the comments yet?
So Deb C says, speaking about reading, Dan Shelley's book, Finding Myself from Imposter to Icon, is really good.
It sounds good.
So I do like some Dan Shelley, Shell the podcast. Shout out to him. You know, he's somebody I would like to have a conversation with.
I will admittedly say I don't know who that is. Maybe I don't.
So Dan Shelley is a NXL photographer.
Okay.
And he's got Shelda Photos, and then he's got the Shelda podcast. So he's been popping up. I actually was watching one of his a little while ago. I mean, he's about 3,000 subscribers right now. So
I like that he wrote a book.
He's wrote a couple books. He's actually, you may have seen this one. I can't remember the name of it. Dub C may know. It's a children's book about paintball. It's really,
that's awesome.
It's really cool. Yeah. So we need to
really cool,
reach out to him one of these days.
Let's kind of finish up with practicing gratitude, because I think we covered everything on the agenda. But gratitude, I think this was brought up a couple times too, and there's actually grateful.org. Did not even know that existed until today. But grateful.org is the source here. And I was just looking up like ways to we can.
This is the True Grit Podcast.
Gratitude. Obviously, one way I don't have to show the journal again, but that's probably the easiest way. You know, I'm grateful for, and gratitude, by the way, at least for me, excuse me, in the research I have done, it can be as simple as I am grateful for this lemon ginseng tea today, right? And and when you do that, it's helped me being like, man, like I'll go outside some days and be like, look at that sunrise, man. Like, how beautiful is that? Like, I'm so grateful for that sunrise.
I said that same thing this morning. It's been gloomy for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Rainy, cold, and I was at work this morning. I just got me a fresh bottle of water, and I was just kind of standing out on the carport, and the sun was just beaming right down on my face, and I was just like, this is the best feeling I've had all week. It's just nice. It's warm. It's cozy, and I just feel great right now.
When you can embrace that, man,
Yeah.
and you like sit back and smell those roses, you're like, dude, life is pretty freaking sweet.
Yeah.
You know, like again, back to like pull yourself out of that rat race for a second and be like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
So journaling, number one, easiest one. Gratitude jar. Never heard of a gratitude jar before, but it's essentially just writing something down that you're grateful for and throwing it into a jar. If you need a quick pick me up, you could take something out and be like, oh yeah, I'm grateful for
I like
this.
that. It's like a little reminder of
Yeah,
things you have
yeah.
been grateful for. And
Yeah. Probably can also
That's
help you lose weight. You're not putting your hand in M&Ms, you know. Eat that piece of food.
not calling anybody out there.
Yeah, that's a general statement.
Uh-huh.
A gratitude rock. Find a stone you like, carry it with you, and leave it in sight. Whenever you see it, touch it. Now, I will tell you, I didn't do this with a rock, but memento mori, like the Latin term for death is near, you're gonna die, basically. I had a coin I carried around with me forever, just in my pocket. And anytime like I got pissed or life got rough, I'd rub it and be like, dude, you can die at any moment. And boop, change my mind.
Good little
So like
reminder.
that's kind of cool with the rock thing, but I would recommend like a coin or something, being a dude, like get a coin. A gratitude walk. I've had to force myself to do this, and I actually just had another buddy of mine that turned 40 question me about this too. And my one of my therapists, she brought gratitude walks up to me as well. Or you can call it a mindfulness walk.
Okay.
Basically, no phones, no headphones. Go for a walk and let everything surround you. Be like, car, house, tree.
Yeah.
Cool. Man, those flowers are beautiful. Oh, cute cat. Look at that squirrel. And like you get your brain to be like, all right, I'm slowing down. Like you learn to like embrace the beauty around you.
Dude, it's
And
so
that-
true. Like, first of all, unplugging for any amount of time is good. Like,
Yeah.
this shit right here, doom scrolling, at
Oh,
night, is the
dude.
most toxic thing I think somebody can do.
Dude. Yeah. And we'll have episodes later on. Like we're never ending these episodes because I absolutely love this on my weekly talks. But I think it ruins relationships, man. Even with friends. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Scotty doesn't log into these, but Scotty called me out on it, dude. Like 3 weeks ago, we were at a bar together, and I had something going on. In my defense, I did have something going on, but he called me out. He's like, dude, we're here hanging out, and your head's in your phone.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. Like, it's some kid shit. I'm sorry. Like, but it made me think. I'm like, dude, when I'm with him, I shouldn't even be on my phone.
Yeah.
I should be having a good time with my buddy.
Yep.
But
same thing with your spouses, man. Gotta
Dude.
draw that boundary and hold to it.
call each other out. Do you call Sam out? Because I'll call Robin out. I'm like, get out. No, we're not doing this.
Yeah, but I'll do it too. Like I'm not perfect here. Like, but I also expect her to be like, babe, get off your phone.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
Yeah,
we will. We did it today. We went to lunch today, man, and like, we'll do like. She'll be like, I'll do the same thing, but she'll be like, I'm gonna check this out really quick. Like, just so she's telling me she's not getting bored. She was like researching something that we were talking about.
Yeah.
Like, all right, cool.
Yeah, and I don't know, like, after 9 years, almost 10 years of marriage, if it's any different. But, it's not like it's – we definitely try harder when it's just us, like if we're out on a date or something.
100%.
But, like if we have the kids with us, like there's definitely times where, like, okay, me and the boy are, like, playing a game or something, and
It's
she'll
different.
be –
Yeah,
but
it's different. If you're out with your girl and you guys are, like, in my personal opinion, if you're out with your woman and you're eating dinner together, don't be on your phones.
Yeah.
It's so depressing when I go to a restaurant, I see a couple and they're both in their phones. I'm like, great relationship.
Yeah.
You guys really enjoy your company. But gratitude letter. Write a handwritten letter to a person you are particularly grateful to have in your life. I have not done this, but I can tell you something I have done that I highly encourage, especially in paintball, because we have a lot of guys we hang out with.
Yeah.
I still have it on my phone. Marcel will tell you. At noon every day, I have a reminder to text or call a friend. And just be like, hey, man, checking in. Grateful for you. See ya.
Yep.
That's it.
That's good.
That helps you practice gratitude.
Yeah.
Gratitude meditation. If anybody's interested in meditating, I still practice it. I think it's awesome. I try for 10 minutes a day. Even in the shower, I'll do it if I'm in a hurry. But kind of envision what you're grateful for and then meditate on it for 10 minutes. again, back to like rewiring your brain, it helps that framework that you're talking about.
Yep. I think
those are the 6 things that I researched.
Yeah, I think that last one, box breathing, is really good to tie that.
100%, dude.
Tie that.
Tell them what box breathing is, man. I'm sure those guys are like, "What's box breathing?"
I use this. You can do this anytime. Okay, if you guys don't know, you're probably not breathing right. Most of us just throughout our day, we kind of take short, wispy breaths, and we're not getting full breath in our lungs. Like that is how you heal your body. That is how you keep your body sustained, full deep breaths. And so sometimes it's good to focus on that breathing and really pay attention to how you're doing it. Box breathing. It's I do 4 seconds. Some people do like 6, but it's 4 seconds in, and then you hold it for 4, and then you let it out for 4, and you do that over and over and over again. Really, really good way to meditate. Focus on slowing down your heart rate and focusing on whatever you're thinking about. I use it during stretches after workouts, and that's my favorite time to do it. But
fun fact: use it at the start box. Watch your focus get more focused.
Dude, it's like everything slows down. It really is. It's crazy.
Yeah, I used to use it a lot at the start box. I would get out there and kind of do like I'd allow myself like three boxes of breathing. I do 5 seconds. So I would do that. I'd be watching the clock, tick down from 10 seconds, and I would do it really quick.
Yeah.
And some of you guys might still see me this, and I don't know if it works, but I just do it. I'll like kind of tap myself in the head. Like, all right, I'm locked in.
A little hard to do when you guys aren't making it to the start box when the buzzer goes off, I see some of you guys out there. Y'all ain't paying attention in the pits.
What the hell?
Yeah. I can't tell you how many times that happened at Next Gen this year. It's just like, where's everybody at? Nobody's paying attention.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. But yeah, dude, Brady, we hit our whole agenda today.
Hell yeah, dude. Hey, I feel like we're crushing this. Okay, we've been going strong. 7 episodes. We've really done more than 7. I don't know how long you guys have been hanging around with us, but we've done probably close to 14 live streams. So we're getting better every time, man. It's just slow growth. We keep practicing what we preach, and it's I feel like it's definitely changing my lifestyle, focusing on this more. I don't know how you feel, but
agree 100%. It's allowing me to like reiterate to myself what's important to me, and this stuff's important to me, man. I am not an expert by any means. Mm-hmm. This is, I guess, my disclaimer. We are not experts by any of this.
Yeah.
But it allows me to continue fine-tuning myself, fine-tuning my relationships, period. Yeah. Even with you, man. Yeah. Like, you and I have known each other a couple of years now, and I feel like I'm getting closer to you just by doing these.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
It's just awesome, man. And like, we don't need a million listeners right now. Like, just the fact that you guys show up is really cool. It's becoming my why and part of my purpose.
Yeah.
Like, I do eventually want to leave corporate America and get into like therapeutic help.
Yeah.
For people, especially men. And so this is a way for me to practice it. I appreciate you guys listening, and Brady, I appreciate you. Like, hearing another guy being like, yeah, dude, I research it too. I read these books too. Like, we have found the platform. We created the platform to not care about talking about this stuff.
Dude, of course not. I mean, it's just how it is. And I know there's so many guys out there that are like they'll call me gay if I do that, or they'll think I'm a puss if I do this. And it's like, no, like you have feelings. Your feelings are valid. Just don't be a victim. That's it.
You're still human.
Yeah.
That's all of that's like just taboo that society put on us. Like, you know what? I have to remember who said it, man. I could share it with the group, with everybody. But actually, I think it's a woman. Her name's Allison Armstrong, and she does a lot of therapy work. Men are actually more loving than women are. We just have been groomed to hide it all.
Yeah, I believe it. I'm definitely, like, between me and Sam, I am the lover. Like, I'm the I'm the softie. I'm the dramatic one.
There's a reason why they call us dogs and them cats, man. Yeah. There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
There's a reason for
that. That makes sense, dude.
Hi. There's random people walking to my house.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, I mean, there's a reason why there's a sole reason why they call us dogs and them cats.
Yeah. No, that makes
We're
perfect sense.
You want to play? I love you.
Well, guys, before we close this out, I want to hear from you guys in the chat real quick. Is any of this stuff resonating with you guys? And do you have any topics you want us to cover soon? Because we want to hear from you. We want to discuss the things you want to hear about. While you guys are chatting it up, do want to say PBN. Here's an update. Okay, we're locking in on it. We have set a early access date. I don't want to give it away yet, but it's coming. But I'm super excited about it. I've got the stage set to have the website up and going, so it's coming soon. No, Steve.
Does it rhyme with Schmanuary?
I'm not gonna give it away yet. I don't wanna say it too much.
See, I don't even know.
Yeah, because I don't make promises that I know I can't keep. But the Discord is gonna get it before anybody else does. So if you're in the Discord, you'll have it probably sooner. So
nice.
There you go.
Nice.
Nice. All right, no more comments here.
How many did we have tonight, man? I'm curious.
I don't know. So, like I said, my system was a little out of whack tonight. It kept playing the intro here and there, and so I had to go up and stop it. But I think we had 4 or 5 watching with us. So always excited. Listen, if there's one of you guys watching with us, we're happy.
It means a lot.
If there's 100,
I'm telling you, you see back here.
Yep.
It's all soap.
Hey,
if you guys. Please refer us. I'll give you a bar of soap.
we need to get a link, Steve, so we can drop it in.
We do need to get a link.
Yeah, we want our guys to be clean, smell good.
Dude, I kind of started it to promote in paintball. Long story short, man, I know we have a couple of minutes left, but I saw Blake Yarber and his wife do Brute, I think they were trying to call it, and learned that everything. And I'm not talking bad about them, but everything they had done was outsourced.
Yeah.
And I kind of disagree with that. I like making this stuff myself and seeing what I'm putting in my products.
Yeah.
And so I was like, selfishly, I want to make my own soap because I'm sick of buying it. Mm-hmm. But now I'm like, let me get my paintball buddies getting this stuff because
you know why
I make that stuff myself.
You know why that is? Because you have conviction. You have conviction for it. Right? You believe in your product. Like how can they believe in something they didn't make or know anything about?
Right. I believe in
no
it.
Knock on them. I don't know what they're selling, but you believe in it. So I'm all for it, man. I love it.
Yeah. Hit me up. I'll have a bag of it on Saturday if anybody wants to try it out.
Let's go. Yeah. Good luck, all the teams out at Mechtastic this weekend. Yeah. Be curious to see how that goes. Hopefully the weather will hold up. I'll be out at Extreme over in Millstadt on Friday night. That's tomorrow, about 6 to 8. So if any of you guys are out there tomorrow night, hit me up. We'll hang out for a bit.
You shooting zombies, man?
Dude, I'm taking the kids and the wife. My wife hates paintball. She's like, no, it's never gonna happen. And I told her, I was like, listen, we could go on a bus and all the guns are mounted, so you're not gonna get shot, and we could shoot zombies. What do you think about that? And she's like, okay, that sounds fun. So now we're going to shoot some zombies and do a haunted house.
Hell yeah, dude.
So
hell yeah, dude.
It'll be a good time. Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, guys. Well, if that's it in the comments, we'll see you guys next week. And what do we got next week, Steve?
What do we have next week? Let me tell you guys what we have next week. So we got a bunch of stuff coming up, man. Next week, we're going to have a World Cup week in 2 weeks from now. But next week, we're going to talk therapy, man. We'll probably talk EMDR. We're going to talk I want you guys to hear about avenues you can get into therapy, right? Which one's good, which one's bad. If you guys do use therapy today and you want us to talk about a certain platform that works for you, just reach out to us because I have a couple that I've used. I don't want to be just the one that's talking about it. So it's just going to be an hour of therapy, man. Ways to do it, where to go, what to say. And I kind of want to use a friend of mine. I'm not going to use his name, but I want to use a friend of mine and his example of his recent experience. So, we're going to talk therapy next week.
That'll be good. It's going to be a good episode. And I want you guys to lock in on that too. And if you guys got any questions, listen, don't forget, we still have the anonymous questions link in the Discord. So I know some of you guys were concerned about the emails. I promise, we can't see those. We don't use those. It's just to make sure that you're not a bot or spamming is the only reason that is there. So feel free to use it. and we'd love to answer you guys' question or at least give our perspective on it.
And guys, honestly, you can even make up a fake name. Like it takes us a while to even know. Like Will Chandler, it took me forever to figure out who WC was. Like unless you're telling me who your name is, like we don't know what screen names are what. Honestly.
Yeah, and like like Tom said, so his name is Tom Lucier, competitive paintball tonight for some reason. So I don't know, all the names are screwed up tonight. So probably won't even know who you are, anyways. But all right, guys. Well, it's 7:00 on the dot. The wife is.
You gotta go, man. Go to the
already,
trunk or treat.
She just opened the door.
Sorry,
man.
Sam. He's leaving.
Steve said sorry. All right, you guys have a good night. We'll talk to you soon.
Right. We'll see ya.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
This is the True Grit Podcast.
All right.
Warning. The discussions ahead dive deep into
care.
mindset, struggle, and the fight within. Some viewers may find the content triggering. Viewer discretion is advised. This is the True Grit Podcast. Warning. The discussions ahead dive deep into This is the True Grit Podcast. Warning. The discussions ahead dive deep into mindset, struggle, and the fight within. Some viewers may find the content triggering. Viewer discretion is advised.